We are in the whole of Europe in a very challenging time. Everything changes extremely quickly. Since I'm Polish, in our country, virtually everything changed within the last 10 or maybe 25 years, which is less than one generation. But especially now, with all the challenges of not only the digitalization and total change in the concept of communication and sharing, etc., but also with the situation in Near East and the wave of immigrants to our continent. And since this seminar deals with trust, it's extremely important that people took their time to come here in order to discuss, think, and spend some time to think about what trust means. Our main problem in today's world or today in Europe is that we generally don't trust those who decide, be it on European level, national level, maybe also regional level. But on the other hand, everybody sees that the participation in decision making from the side of, so to say, normal citizens is also very low. So it's a mixture of low readiness, if I can be so critical, low readiness to take the responsibility on your shoulders, on yourself, and high level of mistrust. We were talking today also a lot about immigrants, and I don't have much or hardly any experience with immigrants, especially from other countries, from other cultures, because in Poland, if we have immigrants, they usually are from Ukraine or Belarus, and they speak almost the same language and are Christians and white as we are, and they integrate almost immediately. But here in Brussels, I meet many people with very various backgrounds, and it's always very interesting to me to talk to them. So I talk very intensely to taxi drivers, since I often take taxis, and they tell me very interesting stories about their families, about their habits, about the religion, etc. And they are the so-called normal people and not politically correct politicians or lobbyists whom I usually meet. But recently one of those taxi drivers started talking to me and started crying. And through tears he told me that his children were already born here in Belgium and went to school in Belgium, and two of the boys fled home and went to Syria to join ISIS. One of those boys is minor, and he just was out of himself. You know, he was crying and saying, "We are a good family. We love these boys," and how did it happen that they came into such milieu who made such extremists out of them? He even went there and tried to get in touch with them. He went to the border. It must have been horrible and very complicated. He didn't find them. But and he shared with me his misery as a father, and he was repeating over again, "I pray to Allah to send them back home. I pray to Allah to send them back home." So I told him, I'll pray with you. I'm Catholic, but finally it's the same God, and let's pray together. I don't know, but a part of praying, what really is a challenge to me is how do we organize this society that people who are born already in our democratic countries take such decisions, that they fall into such extremes. And I often wonder what we can do to involve them, to cooperate, or to feel co-responsible and collaborate on building those democratic societies. Without the activity of all these people from foreign background or national background or European background, we will never be able to form here reasonably functioning democratic societies. And here we fail. And these boys are to me a dramatic example of such failure.